Take That World Tour, Down Under, is an epic opportunity for me to do two things I love. Sing live on stage for an enthusiastic audience.
Absolutely beautiful to be here.
And travel around a country I know well, but want to get to know even better.
They're on.
In between the concerts, I've explored some classic Australian locations, like Sydney Harbour, Melbourne Cricket Ground, and the Outback.
This is incredible.
It's good, right? Yeah.
But now I'm going to experience something else, because I've arrived in Queensland, and everything I thought I knew about this country has suddenly changed. I'm swapping cityscapes, stadiums and scorching sun for unspoilt beaches, untamed rainforest and unmissable experiences. I'm starting my Queensland adventure in Cooya Beach in the Daintree region just north of Port Douglas. As usual, I have a special guest with me, but she's not a celebrity and she doesn't want to get out of here. Not yet, anyway. She's my daughter, Emily. She's been studying at university in Sydney for the last few years, so this trip is the perfect opportunity for some rare and precious time together. Just the two of us, with no distractions, and no one else to come between us, and I knew it was too good to be true. Because Emily doesn't want to go anywhere these days.
Bring it in. Come on,
What the hell?
Without her boyfriend Marshall. It looks like it's two special guests for this show then, so an extra mouth to feed. But luckily, I'm not paying for lunch today, because this guy has got that sorted. Juan Walker is a proud member of the Gugu Yalanji, the indigenous custodians of this area. Their history here dates back over 50,000 years, so their traditions are deeply intertwined with this land and sea. Now, he reckons he can teach his hunting and survival skills to anyone in just a few hours. Let's hope he can, because I'm hungry already.
Here we are.
Good morning.
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 How's you been?
We've just got here.
Just got here. Well, welcome to my place. This beach, special place, we call it Guyu Beach. Guyu Guyu, the place of fish.
Brilliant.
So,
Oh,
have you
we're
ever seen these
looking forward
before?
It looks like a stingray.
So this is a cross between a stingray and a shark.
Shark.
It's known as a shovel-nosed ray or shovel-nosed shark. But if you feel the skin is really rough.
Oh, for God's sake.
So your shovel-nosed sharks, mouth,
Scary.
gills are like a stingray. So flat mouth, no teeth, gills on the side, and when you turn them over, they have the tail and dorsal fins like a shark.
Wow.
So it's beautiful eating. It's soft, tasty, just like a soft fish.
But it's not little sharks that are worrying Emily.
So are there any crocodiles around here?
Look, this area here, all through North Queensland, we have crocodiles. But they hang in the rivers where it's deeper water.
Okay.
They will come out and patrol the coastline in the early mornings and at evening. So if you see me running, keep up.
Okay.
It's so great to have an expert guide with us who knows and understands this place well. It's also great to have an opportunity to impress Emily and Marshall with my rarely seen hunter-gatherer skills.
I'll give you guys a spear each. So these are our tourist spears, we call them. So bits of bamboo, grow all along our creeks, but a great safety tool. So when you're carrying it, hold it down near the sharp end, lean it on your shoulder.
Okay.
And then if you do see anything, slide the point away from your feet, go up to whatever it is that you're scared of, give a poke. All right, so yeah, we'll just head straight down the beach when you're ready. Yeah, let's go.
Just watch my eyes with that, Emily Barlow.
I don't trust you. You're one.
Armed with our spears and a sense of adventure, our little foraging tribe, led by Juan, heads for a dense tangle of mangroves.
Right, so guys, the mangrove. So this is our mangrove forest here. Trees that have evolved to survive and live in salt water.
So, time to get my shoes off and go hunting for some breakfast. But once again, I'm at the back.
Wait. Wait for me. What's the rush?
We're on our way now to Juan's seaside larder.
So the mangrove forest in Gugu Yalanji, in our local tongue here, we call it Maja Jalanbu, the boss of the sea. So this is the breeding place, nursery for all your bait fish.
It's also very sinky underfoot, with some spiky bits to tread on.
Oh, you're right. Spiked.
Right.
Dad, could you not have taken me to a vineyard?
It's the ebb and flow of the tides here that keep these tangled roots and muddy floors teeming with life. When the tide comes in, it brings nutrients and marine creatures who then find refuge in the mangrove's nooks and holes as the tides recede. And that's why Juan can come here at any low tide and always find food.
You are fast, Juan. I've noticed that.
Yeah. Well, I've been running in here since I was about 4-year-old.
I expect he's impressed with the way me and Emily have adapted here. The Barlow survival instincts kicking in now.
I don't like sinking. Come on, Dad. Quick.
Hang on. I seem to be sinking more than everyone else, and my spear's got stuck. Hang on. He's here. He's here.
Oh, I think I stepped in the lobster poo.
Luckily, it's just a few more squelches to the hidden treasure.
All through the mangrove, on the ground, underneath the big trees, you'll get guilin. This is your mud whelk. So a really pretty shell, purple-coloured shell in underneath. When you look inside, there's a snail there. It's got a flat door that closes the front of it. When they cook, that plate seals the front shut. So when it's ready,
It's a noise.
it whistles when it's cooked.
Really?
It tastes like calamari.
Oh,
Do you want to try a
that's
couple?
my favourite.
Yeah? Well, we'll take these out as a little entree.
Please. Brilliant. Let's
Hungry.
go.
All right, yep, we'll make our way. So nice and slow. Take your time.
Slow.
It's soft, yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
I think it's safe to say that Emily has inherited her dad's full range of outdoorsy skills.
And try and step where people haven't been walking.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
not there.
I've been stepping where everyone has been
Don't
walking.
walk where people are walking because you'll sink deeper.
Oh.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
But now all that effort is going to be rewarded. We're going to eat the food that indigenous people have cooked and eaten here for thousands of years.
Not a massive lunch today, but a nice little snack. So you welt them on hot coals.
Oh, they can just go straight on.
Straight on your hot coals, and it shouldn't take too long.
Do these ingredients end up on restaurant menus in the area?
No.
They don't. So
No.
people don't eat this stuff.
But only Aboriginal people and locals who have spent time with Aboriginal people know that this stuff is edible.
Right.
So this is primarily traditional indigenous food that our people are allowed to go and collect and take. Now, before we get into this food, while it's cooling down, coconut.
Oh, wow.
So coconut palms all around us. But to get into it, just a sharp knife with these green coconuts. And then once you get into the shell, then you can get to the water and meat inside.
Yeah.
So coconuts are fully sterile. So that's go for it.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
Yeah, you get into it. Coconut water is one of the best natural electrolytes in the world. So if you're feeling dehydrated, that's good for good for your body.
Just, like, slob it all over that.
You have the same blood as me.
Yeah, but...
I am your father.
Yeah, all of this food, if you're not making a mess, you're not eating it right.
This father-daughter bonding thing is going very well, I think. But this could be where we come unstuck, because it's whelk time.
Now, if you want to gather around, I'll show you how to get the whelks.
Yeah. Wow.
And you can pull that out.
Wow.
That's your edible stuff there. So green, that's the belly.
Get
so
rid.
Peel that off. That's your edible part. So just eat all of that hard white meat there.
All the hard
Not
ones.
the crunch.
You can eat the crunchy bit, but there's a bit of a plate on the end.
Delicious.
Really? What, like calamari?
Yeah. Just like
I
it.
can do that.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Who's next? Different, isn't it, when you look at them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like calamari.
That's delicious. It honestly tastes just like calamari.
The smoky taste of the fire
Exactly.
is just
Yeah.
so good. I'm just blown away with the larder that appears every day in the mangrove.
This is how everyone should be eating around the world. If we all did this, landscape would be in a lot better nick, and so would the human race.
Juan has taught us a lot today, so it's fitting that he rounds things off with one final lesson.
When Gugialanji, we never say goodbye. We don't have a word for it. We say Jumanajal. Means see you later.
See you later. Yeah.
Jumanajal.
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 Great.
Jumanajal.
After that, it's downhill all the way. as we explore the world's oldest tropical rainforest. So, as they say around here, Jumanagil. Queensland, Australia's second largest state, is a land of natural wonders, reefs, rivers, beaches and forests. Up here in the tropical north, the monsoonal wet season transforms the landscape into a lush green paradise. And things don't come any greener than this place, the Daintree Rainforest. One of the oldest ecosystems on Earth. It's been here for around 180 million years. So it's even older than the Amazon. It's a place where trees up to 50 meters high create a dense canopy that shelters an incredible diversity of life. So in this prehistoric landscape, you can never be sure what weird and wonderful beings will emerge from the undergrowth.
Dad, you're beached. You're beached.
At the head of our small herd is Jason Hefferman, our rainforest guide. A remarkable being who's evolved to use large inflatable mattresses as a way of getting round the forest.
Oh, that's cold.
Follow me and try to go head first downstream.
It's a gentle start.
Oh my God, it really pulls you.
Going on? Right. To the what?
You soon pick up a bit of speed.
Whoa, we're going quite fast, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Before you know it, trees just come at you out of nowhere.
Oh my God, we're going down there. We're going through the trees, everyone.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Dad.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look out.
The whole idea of this is to enjoy the rainforest's natural beauty at a steady and relaxed pace. A journey of quiet ease and gentle grace, with minimal disturbance to the wildlife.
Ah.
That's the theory anyway.
Oh my God, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Ah, Mouse.
That was a big drug.
That was crazy.
Can we do that again? It was so good. I could do that every day.
Yes, please. Peaceful, but also then you look up and you see this incredible surrounding.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, brilliant.
And no crocs.
No crocs.
No crocs.
Not a single croc in sight.
Well, not that we saw.
No. Yeah. Should we do it again?
So
Let's go with the whole thing. Yeah.
The whole
Let's do
thing
it
again. Let's go.
Yeah. I could go a couple more times.
Yeah.
I've got a wristband.
Yeah.
It's taken a bit of time, but we've finally got the hang of this. Learning the number one rule of the jungle VIPs. Just lie back and go with the flow. And get a whole different perspective on this prehistoric place.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure you could fall asleep.
Oh, yeah.
After a big day of adventures in the rainforest, it's time to relax. And as luck would have it, nestled in the trees right by the Mossman River we've been drifting along, is a place called Silky Oaks Lodge. Part rainforest retreat, part luxury escape. And while Marshall enjoys a well-earned siesta, for me and Emily, it's cocktail time. But first, we've got a rainforest rain shower to get through.
In the rainforest, Em. Welcome to the rain. It's like Coronation Street.
And here's hoping the bartender knows how to make a good Negroni. Because I'm a creature of habit when it comes to cocktails.
Now follow me, Em. Now, I don't have many talents, but one of my few talents is I can always find the bar.
And it's time for my daughter to appreciate one of the classics. For the excitement.
Hello,
The
how
bar.
are you?
Hello, I'm Gary.
Nice to meet you. I'm Lily.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, I'm Emily.
Hello,
Nice to
hi.
meet you.
English accent, Lily.
Yes, I'm English.
I'll have a drink, please.
Fantastic. What can I get?
I'll get a Negroni, please.
Dad, that's so boring. Let's get one of Lily's recommendations.
Yeah. Do you want to try something tropical?
Yes.
Well, we've got a really nice gin sour that I can do for you with a local gin.
A gin sour.
Gin sour.
Okay.
We also have a silky lemonade, which is one of our signature drinks.
Okay, sounds fun.
Now, why don't you make them? Because I feel like if you only know how to make a Negroni, you should learn how to make a different
Do
cocktail.
you know what? I'm not very good at cocktails. I'm not too bad at wine, but cocktails I don't know much about. Should we
Well,
have a go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Just come around
Okay,
here and I'll tell you
great.
what to do.
So, within seconds, my Negroni plans have been scuppered by my daughter, and now Lily's turned the tables completely, and I'm the wrong side of the bar.
Now, Emily, if you want to start, what we'll do is we'll do the silky lemonade.
Okay.
So, with that one, you're going to build it in the glass. We're going to use some lemon and we're going to use some lemon myrtle syrup. Lemon myrtle is native to this area and we make it into a really delicious sugar syrup.
It all begins with a whole measure of lemon myrtle syrup, which Emily pours with impressive precision.
Perfect. You're so careful. It's lovely. Then you're going to get the lemon. You're going to juice that and then juice the other side as well. Straight in.
Now for the ice.
Fill it all the way up to the top. The more ice, the less time it takes to melt. And as we're in the tropics, it does get pretty warm up here.
Sure. Then the gin with Aussie botanicals.
And then you're going to top it up with yuzu soda. It's actually an Asian citrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, pour it all the way up.
One of the reasons I love to make a Negroni is because it's just 3 ingredients, all equal measures. Nothing too complicated.
Brilliant. Now stir that one up and give it a try.
You have the first sip.
That looks good. But this is proper mixology. Me and Em are actually learning a useful skill here. I mean, it's delicious.
Nice and refreshing.
It actually doesn't even taste alcoholic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. You can definitely taste the gin, but it's not too strong at all.
Yeah. Nice and refreshing.
Fruity.
Yeah.
Lovely. Now it's my turn. Welcome to Barlow's extremely low bar.
Now we're going to do a twist on a gin sour.
Okay. First, I need to juice a whole lime into the small part of the jigger.
Now you're going to get this passion fruit. Scrape that one in
Yeah.
to there.
I love passion fruit. It's
Yeah.
got such a distinct taste, hasn't it?
Yeah, and we're really lucky that they're in season at the moment and we grow them here. So got to make the most of them and make a cocktail.
Fabulous.
Then we're going to use sugar syrup. So we're just going to need the small jigger of this one.
A classic sour cocktail usually gets its frothy top from egg whites. But we're going a little off-piste here with Lily's next ingredient.
You know when you get a tin of chickpeas?
Yeah.
You drain off the juice? That's the juice.
Really?
Yeah, and it froths up really beautifully, and it's a byproduct.
It's a sour.
Yeah,
That's why. Okay.
exactly.
How much of this?
So you're going to use 25, so the small one again of that
Small
one.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put in the gin.
So, a full jigger of gin. And then it's time for me to demonstrate
Yeah, brilliant.
that I'm still a mover and a shaker.
Now, always keep it facing towards you, and you're going to shake it. Oh, you've got to put your back into it.
Like this.
Yeah, over your shoulder. You can get a little bit more power.
I'm trying. Lily, give me a break here.
Now,
that?
It's all right. Not the best. I think stay that side of the bar.
In future.
Yeah.
I'm trying. It's a tough crowd here, and my work's not done yet, because it's ice time.
now you're going to shake again.
The interesting thing is the sour, the raw egg yolks, the bit I never quite
Yeah.
fancy. So this is a good way of making a sour if you don't like the egg white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There we are. If you've got chickpeas for dinner,
Chickpeas for dinner.
sours
Good for you.
for your drink.
Okay, good.
Brilliant.
Finally, having strained your back with all that shaking, you strain your cocktail as well. And garnish with dehydrated passion fruit.
Right. Cheers.
Oh, wow.
Enjoy.
Cheers. Oh,
Well done.
it's fizzy. Sort of like space dusty.
What?
Do you remember space dust?
Space
Am I showing my age here? Do you remember space dust? It
No
pops
clue
on
what
your
that
tongue.
Andy?
The crew are all nodding to me at this point. After that brief trip down my 1980s memory cul-de-sac, it's time to assess who made the best cocktail. I think it was me, but Emily naturally disagrees.
I prefer mine because it's sweeter. That's a little bit more. It, like you said, it's got that like sour spice taste.
Lovely.
Good.
Really nice.
I'm so glad you got to learn how to make
Really
something
nice.
different.
Cheers, Em. Wow, look at us.
Look at us in the
middle of the
rainforest.
rainforest making drinks. Lily,
Okay.
thank you so much.
No
It's been a
problem at
real
all.
treat. Real
Good.
treat. I'll be back later for a Negroni.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
After an exhausting but completely brilliant day, it's time for a night in the rainforest. Which means we need to decide who gets to stay in the super-duper luxury lodge. So I've called a meeting to discuss things in a sensible, adult fashion. Coming up, a sweet treat in the treetops.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
And then it's all aboard the Rainforest Express.
Wow. These are some of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen.
I'm in the middle of my Queensland adventure in the Australian tropics, experiencing a truly unique landscape and spending some real quality time with my daughter, Emily, and her Aussie boyfriend, Marshall. This morning, after the deepest of sleeps, we've woken up in the heart of the Daintree rainforest. And it might be my imagination, but this juice tastes extra fruity and vibrant. Maybe that's got something to do with where I am. And not just what's in the glass.
I've been to a restaurant once. They gave you an iPod, and it was the sound of the sea. And you ate the seafood,
Oh, yeah.
and it was meant to
I remember you
taste
telling me that.
like, because you're listening to the ocean.
I study nutrition, and
Yeah.
one of the things we say is mindful eating, so not watching the TV, like actually looking around, sitting outside on your lunch break. Because a lot of people just eat quickly standing up.
Yeah.
It affects their digestion. They don't actually enjoy their food. They don't feel satiated.
So you're not meant to watch TikTok while you're eating?
No. I'm surprised you know what that is.
Right. Oh, funny. I know what FaceTube is.
There it is.
Yeah, you use that line every time.
So while we waffle on in our dining room with a view, appropriately enough, just outside in the rainforest kitchen, Chef Eduardo Pizzales is making waffles for breakfast, using native ingredients. It all starts with gluten-free flour.
It's a blend of potato starch, tapioca, and rice flour. Next, we're gonna go in with the brown sugar. And then I've got some baking powder, flaky sea salt, about a tablespoon of milled lemon myrtle.
Then Eduardo adds lemon zest and gives it a good stir before adding vanilla paste and a slow pour of coconut milk.
I also add some coconut oil, a little bit at a time. I just don't want to add it all at once, just so it gets the time to get absorbed by the flour.
It's a bit tricky to stir together without any gluten, but once it's nicely mixed, it's time to add a couple of eggs.
I'm gonna use the stick blender to help me incorporate everything. So now that our mix is ready, we can cover it and leave it to rest in the fridge for about half an hour before we make the waffles.
With the mix almost as nicely rested as I feel, it's time for Eduardo to add it to the hot waffle maker.
So it's nice and sizzling. This is gonna cook for about 2.5, 3 minutes, and in the meantime, I'm gonna start assembling
First, a decadent layer of dulce de leche.
a healthy tablespoon.
Then it's time to torch your sugared bananas.
Now the waffle are ready, I'm gonna take them out of the waffle maker. They're piping hot.
So it's waffle onto the dulce de leche. Some lime-infused maple syrup on top. Whisked mascarpone. Torched bananas. And just in case it's not sweet enough,
I'm gonna dust it with some lemon myrtle icing sugar. and our waffle with dulce de leche, banana, and mascarpone is ready.
Okay, prepare yourselves.
Yeah.
These look incredible.
Wow. It tastes as good as it looks.
I hope so.
Hope
be
so.
winning.
Ready?
Yep, ready?
Everybody?
I can't believe that's gluten-free.
Yeah.
Those caramelized bananas. Absolutely incredible.
Is there something in the maple syrup that's a little different?
It's lime infused.
Wow. You can really taste that.
It's
Yeah.
actually quite complex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, with the mindful eating thing, being in nature, hearing the birds, it makes it taste better.
Yeah. Just enjoying where we are with great company. Beautiful.
It's a brilliant breakfast in every way, and it feels like it has all the makings of another great day in the jungle.
We're fueled for our next adventure.
Exactly. Let's get out there.
Looking forward to it.
Lovely. But in the meantime, let me finish this.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Now, you'd think, being my show, I'd know what the day had in store. But although I've packed all my gear, I've got absolutely no idea where we're going next.
Okay. So what does today hold?
We're going on a train.
We're not going on a train. Is this another wind-up?
We're going on a train
Are we really?
through the rainforest.
You're kidding me.
It's 130 years old, and it winds through 15 tunnels, 37 bridges.
What? Yes! I love it.
I do love a train, and if there's one thing any daughter loves too, it's surely being with her cool train-loving dad and travelling on a train.
Let's not miss the train. Come on, the train. This way. This way.
She and Marshall are doing a very good job of containing their excitement, though.
Quick, the train. Don't leave without us.
But luckily, I'm making up for that.
Oh, my goodness.
Kuranda is known as the village in the rainforest. The railway line that passes through it was completed in 1891, a vital link between the city of Cairns and the remote mountain settlements that formed up here in the gold rush days.
Look at this. Beautiful.
Oh, my God. And this station,
The
too.
station, yeah.
Kuranda's vintage station has a proper old-school railway feel. But for me, the star of the show is the train.
Here we go. The train. The train.
The carriages are restored 19th century wooden coaches with polished brass fittings and big windows, perfect for taking in the view.
Move aside. Come on.
Calm down, Dad.
Wow, look at this. Oh, brilliant, right?
Wow, yeah.
Beautiful.
Best of all, no delays, no leaves on the line. We're right on schedule.
Oh, come on. It's like rewinding time, this.
I'm actually quite excited. I'm looking forward.
Really?
Yeah,
Come on,
I'm really excited.
Marshall, with me.
I'm really excited.
What a feeling. I'm on an old-fashioned train, and I'm turning Marshall into an old-fashioned train fanatic like me.
See ya. See ya. We are going right through the rainforest.
Our journey is taking us south towards Cairns. From way up high in the middle of the rainforest, we're snaking round and down the mountains of the Barron Gorge National Park.
Wow.
On what has got to be one of the most scenic train rides in the world.
I just want to wave.
And no one.
This is my idea of a very, very nice day out. First-class rainforest travel.
Good afternoon.
Hello there.
Today?
Wonderful.
So we
Thank
have
you.
our Chardonnay.
Thank you
Oh
so
my
much.
goodness.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, thank you so much.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What an experience.
I don't know where to look. It's one of those, isn't it?
A train, a view, and some wine. 3 things that I love. But for Marshall and Emily, it's 2 things they love and 1 thing they're still not sure of yet.
Okay, we're drinking Australian Chardonnay.
Well, I don't usually drink wine, but that's not too bad.
It's nice, right?
I could drink that.
Why don't you drink wine?
I don't know. I'd much prefer like a sweet cocktail. It's just not my first choice.
Okay. Marsh, what about you and wine?
Well, I like the idea of wine. I just can't get my taste buds to agree.
You know, the one thing about wine I love so much, just so much passion goes into this. That's why I love it. I'm drawn to the passion people have to make this. And when you can accompany it with something like this, then it's an occasion. And then it's a great memory, something you can remember forever. And at this point, we should all look this way.
And I should shut up and let the view do the talking.
Wow. We are so high.
There's so much to see on this journey, but this is the moment that tops the lot. The main event, Barron Falls.
These are some of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen.
It tumbles 125 metres down a sheer rock face.
It's like Jurassic Park.
It is.
Just when you think this journey couldn't get any better, out comes more Australian wine and some cheesy nibbly wibblies.
I actually like really simple cheese. And that's like a really nice quality cheddar.
It's like cheddar.
It's beautiful.
As our train emerges onto the flatter land, it's time to look back in wonder at our journey. Before we arrive at the village of Freshwater.
I feel like my eyes have never seen anything like this before. Really high, vast expanse of rainforest. This is the way to see it. Honestly, one of the best 90 minutes I've ever had.
Emily and Marshall might still need to be convinced about the pleasures of a good glass of wine, but they're both fully converted to trains now.
You've both been very well behaved.
Oh, yes.
So I've got little stickers to say, well done.
Thank you.
You've passed. You didn't annoy me too much on there.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Well
Thanks.
done, kids.
Thanks, Dad.
Well done. On to the next adventure.
Let's do it.
And that adventure is going to be another epic. As we see for ourselves how great the Great Barrier Reef really is.
Unbelievable.
It's the final chapter of my Queensland food and wine adventure story. With my daughter Emily and her boyfriend Marshall, we've taken in a range of landscapes.
Look at this.
It's like Jurassic Park.
It is.
So now it's time for a seascape, one of the greatest natural wonders on the planet, the Great Barrier Reef. This extraordinary ecosystem has long been at the heart of Australian culture, and ideas about conservation and sustainability influencing everything from marine tourism to the way we think about the seafood on our plates. So we've sailed from Cairns to Green Island, a tiny coral cay known locally as Wunyami, to see the reef for ourselves.
Okay, who's excited?
Me. Very, very excited, yeah.
It's not every day you can say you're on the Great Barrier Reef.
To make sure we're not all at sea here and that we understand exactly what we're looking at today,
Oh, look, you can see all the reef there.
Oh my goodness, it's really shallow.
we've got an expert on the team, marine biologist Michelle Barry.
Guys, welcome to Wunyami, also known as Green Island, and we're here in beautiful Guragula, Nganju country.
I knew green was coming.
Perfect. You dressed
Yeah.
for it.
It's the
Excellent.
only green I have as well. So I'm in.
So we're going to be heading out, doing a bit of snorkeling this morning on the beautiful Great Barrier Reef. And now we're not going to see the entire Great Barrier Reef today. That's absolutely impossible. It's 2,300 kilometers long. But where we are is in a beautiful coral cay fringing reef that we're going to be doing some snorkeling, looking for turtles, possibly sharks. I heard you guys are really excited about seeing some sharks today.
We're not that excited about the sharks, but
Well, they are one of our iconic species.
The reef is a living, evolving structure built over tens of thousands of years by tiny creatures related to jellyfish.
You are about to become one of our best spokespersons for the Great Barrier Reef. So one of the things we're going to be doing is just taking photos, creating time-stamped images of the Great Barrier Reef when you visited those. And that information then becomes statistical data, so we know the day you visited the reef, what you saw, what it looked like. The more eyes we have on the reef, the better we can protect the reef.
amazing.
It's time to get into our sexy Stinger suits and into the ocean and experience the Great Barrier Reef. With blue sky and white clouds above us and turquoise sea all around, it's a lovely day on the surface of the water. But underneath, it really is something else. It's an explosion of colour. Vibrant coral, darting fish, even a chilled-out turtle. It's a vast living city beneath the waves that's been vital to sustaining life here for thousands of years. And it's a privilege to play even a tiny part in helping to protect it. How cool is that? Oh my goodness.
Right?
So many fish.
There's so much life.
Wow. I tell you what's nice. It's so peaceful down there. Getting this close to the reef has been a real eye-opener.
It's one thing seeing the sea from here. Once you get under, it's unbelievable. The amount of life down there, it's just teeming with fish.
And what a lovely experience for a father and daughter to have together. And what a way to say goodbye. Because this is where the Barlow family adventure comes to an end. Because Emily and Marshall need to head back to Sydney.
You had fun?
Yeah, it's been good.
It's been great.
Thanks for inviting me, Dad.
Oh, damn, it's been brilliant.
Yeah, it's been nice. We've been in the rivers.
Yeah.
We've been in the rainforest.
Yeah.
We've been at the ocean.
And forgetting nature and geography, what about the biggest achievement of all? I got you to try wine.
You got me to try it.
And
but
you didn't hate it?
I didn't hate it, but I don't think it will be my go-to drink.
Okay, for now.
Yeah, you can stick with that one for now.
Yeah, I'll keep trying.
Yeah.
So as Emily and Marshall head over the horizon, I've come to Palm Cove, a tranquil beachside village about a 30-minute drive north of Cairns, where the rainforest meets the sea. I've booked a table for one at a restaurant called Nunu, where wine waiter Zachary Eitzen has found me the best seat in the house.
Your wine today, sir?
Thank you, Zach.
The Henschke 5 shilling Shiraz. We're not exactly famous for our wines up here in North Queensland, so we've chosen something from the Barossa Valley.
I know Barossa very well.
Let's go.
Thank you so much. Here we go. The sound of success.
Look at that lovely colour.
Look at that.
I think I've definitely come to the right place to unwind after all the excitement of the last few days in tropical North Queensland. And it promises to be quite the finale, because as the sun goes golden over the Coral Sea, Aussie Master Chef Nick Holloway is going to take centre stage with his favourite tropical dish, jungle butter beef and tiger prawns straight from the sea.
So we'll start with the marinade for the beef. So, got a little bowl here, and we need to crush up some white peppercorns. White peppercorns are so delicious. They have a different perfume to normal peppercorns, a lot more punchy and fragrant. So with that, I have some spiced salt. Just got to excuse the wind. We're going to crush up the peppercorns until we get that beautiful heady perfume.
Next, white sugar for sweetness.
And then, of course, the fish sauce, the mighty gear. This is the backbone. My absolute favourite way to season any meats before you cook them is a good dredge of fish sauce, sugar and white pepper.
Nick then adds torn mackerel lime leaves to the dressing.
So once that's ready, I'm just going to grab our beef. And this is the pinnacle of Australian beef in my mind. It's called the Phoenix. And it just has the most incredible marbling you could possibly imagine. So I'm going to drench that straight in the fish sauce.
While the beef soaks up all that sweetness and fragrance, it's time to make the real star of the dish, jungle butter.
So for that, I've got a whole array of beautiful aromatic ingredients. We've got shrimps and shrimp paste and some galangal and turmeric and ginger. So I just need to cut that all up and pound it away in the mortar and pestle.
First up, the shrimp paste.
Now this gear is pretty heavy duty, so you've got to use it with a little bit of discretion.
So while the super strong shrimp paste is toasting on the barbie, Nick pops some peeled garlic into the mortar.
So we just really want to feel it out as we go, using our senses, smelling, tasting.
So it's in with some spiced salt and some little green chilies, some sliced shallots,
Bit more of a pound.
And then some turmeric, ginger, and galangal. Nick mashes it all up and adds some coriander roots.
All the time, building flavour. Just different smells and textures. Kind of an expression of the jungle itself.
And the flavours keep coming. Lemongrass, dried shrimps, some sawtooth coriander, and some wild pepper leaf.
The last part of the puzzle is our roasted shrimp paste. You can see how the moisture's been driven off. Heady stuff. Whew.
Then it's a blast in the food processor until it's nice and smooth.
Righto. Good to go.
And now it's time to get cooking. So the paste goes into a hot pot.
Oh, look at that.
And then the beautifully marinated beef.
And on we go.
If there's a more excited diner and happier chef anywhere else in the world right now, I'd be very surprised.
Here we are on the beach, surrounded by nature, the sun shining, and you can hear the birds flying overhead. It's the greatest joy on the planet.
But let's not get distracted. It's the crucial stage now.
The trick's been to just keep working this beautiful piece of beef. This is that sugar and the fat caramelised on the outside, and it's time to start seasoning the butter.
With the paste starting to caramelise in the pan, Nick adds some white sugar and a splash of fish sauce. And then takes everything off the heat.
Now for the fun part. What makes the jungle butter of jungle butter? Of course, will be plenty of butter. How much is too much? No such thing.
Nick stirs it all up, then adds some tamarind paste.
That tastes like sunshine.
Now we're into the final straight.
These are some tiger prawns. They are the sweetest, the crunchiest, and the single most delicious prawn in Australia.
While the prawns cook gently in the heat of the butter, Nick makes a garnish of green mango threads and cucamelon slices.
All right, let's put this thing together.
The beef is juicy and molten. The prawns are cooked just right in the rich jungle butter. And on top of the tropical garnish goes some zesty finger limes, crispy fried shallots, sesame seeds, and some fried garlic and seaweed.
That is my jungle butter beef with tiger prawns and finger limes. And I reckon Gary's gonna love it.
I reckon Nick is not wrong.
Here we are, my friend.
Wow.
There we go. Thanks, mate.
Wonderful. Thank you, Nico.
It's a tropical triumph, and I can sum it up in 4 words.
See? Steak. Shiraz. Wow.
Just like the dish, my time in Queensland has been one slice of adventure after another.
And here we are, eating Queensland on a plate. I'm almost lost for words, but yeah, this whole experience has been totally unforgettable. Cheers, Queensland.
What a way to bring down the curtain on my Down Under tour. I've zigzagged across the country with friends old,
Yay!
and new, and experienced all the things I'd hoped for,
Hey, we're off!
and so much more.
That's actually nice. Whoa! Wow, I love it.
Oh my goodness.
This is unreal.
It's been a food and wine tour
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
that I'm never going to forget.
Food and wine in Australia. Who knew how it was going to be? But I never, ever expected anything quite like this. It's truly remarkable. Delicious and brilliant.
Cheers, Australia.